Where there's smoke, there's fire. I want to talk to you today about behavioral finance and market signals that should encourage you to sell a stock or buy a stock. And so it's a big rookie mistake in investing when, and it happened to me, when a senior executive resigns from a company, usually a CFO, and the press release says that the CFO resigned for personal reasons. You know, yes, there might be one or two situations, and I feel bad when it's true, but in most situations where there's smoke, there's fire, and you got to sell the stock. Another signal is when a CEO or founder of a company starts selling a lot of their own shares, unless it's an automated program where shares are sold every month or two. But you know, when CEOs and founders sell their shares in size, it's usually a negative signal. And when I used to work at a big hedge fund, I used to invest in the video game sector a lot, which is a lot of fun. I'm gonna watch the road now. And there's the CEO of a company, Activision, which you've all heard of, and the CEO's name at the time was Bobby Kotick. And whenever Bobby Kotick sold shares, quite often, not in all cases, but most cases, the stock didn't do as well in the next 6, 12, 24 months. And vice versa, when he bought shares, the stock did well, really, really well actually, afterwards. And so you always want to watch executives and founders and CEOs of companies and CFOs voting with their wallet. Are they buying or selling shares? Because usually that's a signal, a vote of confidence or lack thereof in stocks. And you can go to I think Yahoo Finance, a bunch of other places online, and you can see when there are insider sales. And there's SEC filings you'll find at sec.gov as well, which documents whenever insiders sell. And the same thing goes with massive shareholders. I remember years ago, Fidelity was a large shareholder of a lot of tech companies that I owned. And whenever Fidelity started selling, it would take them a long time to sell. And the same thing with Capital Group, another big mutual fund company. And once they started selling, and they have to file by law when they do it, it's an indication that a stock could be under pressure. So when big shareholders and executives of big companies and founders, when they start selling, it's usually a negative signal that you know, that investment will underperform going forward temporarily. And one more thing I want to talk about here, I'm actually here, I just presented here to HEC, an MBA, an MBA group from France. And right here actually is my old building when I worked at Citadel and other hedge funds here at One Market Plaza in San Francisco. But I remember whenever a CEO or a founder of a company buys a sports team, that's usually a negative signal as well, because it indicates that the CEO is no longer as focused on their business model. It becomes about ego, and they're less focused on growing their company. Anyway, so if this was helpful, and only if this is helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe. And just remember that you gotta, where there's smoke, there's fire. When insiders are selling or vice versa, you got to follow those patterns and look for pattern recognition, because it could lead to you losing a lot of money if you're not careful. I'll see you mañana. Thank you.